Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Joelle, and you may have stumbled across this video because of my incompetent cervix or cerclage removal, and you're just kind of wondering about it. Everybody's cerclage removal is different. I am in an incompetent cervix group on Facebook that's absolutely amazing, and everybody has a different story, but this is just my story with my McDonald's cerclage that I had placed at 21 weeks. If you go back and look at my 21-week update, it gives more detail about my situation, and I'll give you guys in a nutshell. So at 20 weeks, I was diagnosed with short cervix, and my doctor wanted to do a check on me at weekly checks on me. So I went back at 21 weeks, and at 21 weeks, at 20 weeks, my cervix was a 1.3, which is very short. And then when I went to my 21-week check, it was it's either 0.3 or 0.8. I can't remember, but I was also 1 centimeter dilated, and they could see the water bag. I was sent down to a specialist 5 hours away, and he placed a McDonald's cerclage and got it back up to about a 1.5. And here I am at 35 weeks and talking about my cerclage removal. After my cerclage, I stayed on modified bed rest, and I didn't really have any preterm labor signs or anything beyond that because I am getting a weekly progesterone shot. So if you don't have incompetent cervix, that probably makes no sense to you, but just diving into my cerclage removal. So at my 35-week appointment, I went in and I was telling my doctor that I just felt it on my cervix. I was feeling like it was pinching. I was feeling pressure. I was feeling like there was a rubber band around my cervix. Here's the baby's head, and he is trying to push on it to get some room. And it was just very uncomfortable. So we talked, and she said that she did a physical check on me, and the baby's head was very low. The cerclage was very low, and she was like, do you want to should we try to remove it? And that can be done. Sometimes it can be done in the clinic, and I feel like, especially with McDonald's cerclages, most time they can just put in the oculus, snip 3 to 5 minutes, and you're good. Not the case for me. I think because my cervix was so sensitive and pain and tender from the pressure, and I mean I probably started to feel the cerclage a week prior, but I just tried to tough it out, and so it was probably just really sensitive from that. And so I got, she had tried, I mean, it felt like 10 minutes to me, but it was probably like 5 minutes she tried, and she just said that, you know, it's not her job to torture me, and that we do need to do local anesthesia and to get the cerclage out. So she booked that for the following day. So my appointment was Thursday, August 25th, and then Friday, August 26th of 2016, I went in at 10:30 in the morning, and I got my IV in, and they just prepped me, had the anesthesiologist come in and talk to me and my husband, and prepped me for surgery. My doctor was very on time, and she came in and she was like, you know, let's do this. I got transferred to the room, and the spinal was not fun. My spinal, getting it in, was not bad at all. So I don't know why this one had a little bit more pinching and burning than the last. I don't know if she didn't let the numbing stuff sit for very long, and I could feel a lot more. So I think, from what I remember, I got a full spinal when I got the cerclage placed in. For this one, it sounds like I kind of got like a modified spinal, if that makes sense. It would make sense to an anesthesiologist and they would know how to explain it. But I could still feel things, it just wasn't painful. So for example, when they put the catheter in, when I got my cerclage put in, I felt nothing. When they put the catheter in to empty my bladder, when I had the spinal in, I felt it, but it didn't hurt. It was just like a touching feeling, like you felt it, doesn't hurt. Same with the cerclage removal then. I was laying down and I was probably more hormonal and scared than anything, because I just didn't know what was going to happen, you know? I didn't know if like the cerclage was gonna be so tight and hurt my, you know, your hormones are going crazy. I was like, what if this ruins my cervix? What if I am fully dilated when it's removed and I have to deliver this baby and my husband wasn't in the room and my head was just spinning. So I was just scared and I was crying when they were doing the spinal and crying, almost tearing up talking to you guys about it now, just because it was so like, I don't know what's gonna happen in the next 20 minutes. And I was like hunched over and crying, and I just really wanted my husband to be there, and I obviously understand why he couldn't have, because it was an operating room, but marriage is the best gift ever. Like, he's just my rock. Hormones. Ladies, you feel. And then the doctor finished up and she did a check, and I am 2 centimeters dilated and 80% effaced. I don't even know what effaced means, but what she said is like, I could really hang out at 2 centimeters dilated for a while, or it could be any day now. So she went and talked to my husband, and then I was sent to recovery, which I had such great care in recovery. And phase 1 of recovery, it was just me by myself, and I had to have just ice chips, and I hung out, and they had a warming blanket on me, which was awesome because it was freezing in the OR. I was like shaking because it was so cold. And then my husband, they had me go into phase 2 of recovery, and my husband was in there, and we hung out and watched TV for a while, and they had me get up and walk and go to the bathroom, and then I was free to go home. So I came home and I've been feeling good. This is now Saturday morning, and so I got a good night's sleep last night. I had to go to the bathroom a lot yesterday, and I think that had to do with because I was I had the IV, and then when I got home they told me to keep my fluids up, so I was drinking a lot of water when I got home. So I think just last night I had to go to the bathroom a lot more. And then this morning I woke up maybe to some light cramping, but that's pretty common. And now I am free to be a normal pregnant lady, which is kind of scary because I'm like, I don't want to like go walking around. I want to go to Target, don't get me wrong, I want to go to Target. I feel like I deserve to go to Target, but I don't want to like go to Target and my water break, you know what I'm saying? But we'll cross that bridge when it happens, I guess. But I can go back to normal pregnancy now. Now, to me, being a normal pregnant lady would include workouts, but that's, no, I shouldn't be doing squats or anything like that. And yeah, so in a nutshell, like, I really hyped up what the cerclage removal was going to be like in my head to be worse than what it actually was. I was very well taken care of. The spinal wasn't that bad. It literally like was like a bee sting for maybe 10 seconds, and then it was done. And then from there it was just, I was scared. I was just really scared. And it's fine and it's good now. Like, we came home and I was just like, we did it, because You guys, I can remember like it was yesterday that they put the Cerclage in. I remember it like it was yesterday, and how scared I was, and how I was like, we're never gonna get to that ditch the stitch date. We're just so far, you know, we have so long to go, and here we are, you know, like he could come at any time or be overdue. I don't know, like I'm just so grateful. And if you're going through anything like this, you know, get in a Facebook group of people who are going through, or reach out and message people. Like, I'm so grateful for so many of you that comment on my videos or message me on my Facebook page, and we just connect on this level and understand what each other's going through, because it's hard, you know. It's hard with, I know there's a lot of other complications with pregnancy that are just equally as hard, but when you're relating with somebody who has the same condition as you, like with incompetent cervix, or women who are having a difficult time trying to conceive and doing IVF, like when you're connecting with people in a deep way of like, I'm going through this and what's your similar experiences. But yeah, they showed me a picture of the Cerclage. I should have asked if I could have one, but it basically just looked like a string that was tied in a bunch of knots. That's what it looked like. It just looked like a string, a piece of string that had just been tied in a bunch of knots, and it saved a little piece of string. Well, I know it's probably not string, but that's what saved my son's life. And we're now 35 weeks, and very grateful, very, very grateful. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or want to share your incompetent cervix story or your Cerclage removal story in the comments, that'd be awesome, because everybody is different. Like, I don't want to scare you about the Cerclage removal, because when it's out and you're feeling better, you're like, it was worth it, you know. Like, and I'm also very glad I didn't go into labor with the Cerclage in, because that wouldn't have been pleasant, having contractions and then having a hard time getting the Cerclage out. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following my journey. You can look back on my other pregnancy videos or incompetent cervix videos if you'd like, and I will talk to you guys next time.